Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mika again. Today is episode 3 of Bait. You guys have given me so much great feedback, so without further ado, today we're talking about men's products, and we're also going to talk about furniture as well, and we'll talk about pets as well. So yeah, please make sure you're fully subscribed. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. James Brown said in his very famous song, "It's a man's world, but it's nothing without a woman's heart." What he should have said is, at big age, it's a man's world with a man's heart. Let me tell you something, okay? This brand has an old world, aristocratic kind of vibe and mood to it. I can imagine in 1837 when Big H was founded that Hermes was selling 100% to men because it was just a different culture and a different time. Obviously we live in 2022, times have changed. Women are shopping, men are shopping, but generally speaking, Big H loves to see the lads, the men in the boutique shopping and buying things. 15% of you who watch this channel are men. Welcome, gentlemen. Okay, my husband is one of those people. And something that I have learned from you guys and also learned from my research is how important the men's business is to Big H. So let's first of all talk about men's ready-to-wear. Men's ready-to-wear is a massive opportunity for the brand, and I think that it's something that they really want to build on. As you know, Big LV is one of Big H's arch rivals. In fact, I would say that Big H and Big LV are actually arch rivals. They hate each other. You need to go read up about the sort of Game of Thrones battle over the future of Big H that happened a few years ago. The family that owns LV tried to take it over. The family that owns Big H were like, let me stop you right there, boo-boo. Okay, it's not gonna happen. So go read up about that. Both of the brands hate each other. They are arch rivals, but Big LV's menswear business is very successful. It's lit, it's popping. Big H's menswear business, where is it? I think they're gonna get there. I think that they're gonna make things happen. They seem so incredibly driven to be successful with the menswear portion of the business. So obviously it's obvious what I mean by menswear, men's clothing. So, you know, the full range when it pertains to formal wear. They also have casual wear. They've got jackets, they've got shirts and all of this. Whether you're a man, you're trying to score for yourself, whether you're a man, you're trying to score for your girlfriend, your wife, your partner, I think it's really, really worth to build out a men's ready-to-wear situation with your profile. So you can buy shirts, you can buy jackets, you can buy all kinds of things for men's ready-to-wear. Now, while I feel like they really appreciate people purchasing men's prêt-à-porter, I feel like men's timepieces are the real growth area for scoring quota bags from the brand, and I'll tell you why. I feel like watches and men go together like cookies and cream. Men are such a huge part of the watch buying community, and most brands do target men generally speaking, although of course there are ladies' watches as well. Big H take their watch business much more seriously than we think, honey. They are not playing with you. I read a few watch industry blogs from time to time because I always love knowing where is Cartier in the ranking of watches, how's Cartier doing, because obviously I love Cartier's bits. And every time I read these watch industry blogs, where don't forget they don't give an F about Birkins or Kellys on these watch blogs. They could care less. They just talk about watches. Big H always send press releases to blogs. Big H have, you know, oh hey, we have this new watch. They'll send like stock pictures that you wouldn't even see like on the bus forum. When it pertains to watches, you'll see them on watch industry blogs, or you wouldn't even see them in Facebook groups dedicated to Big H. Big H are taking the watch business very seriously, and men's timepieces are a massive opportunity, and I think that you should all look into them. You can go on the website. I was on the website today because my husband does need a new watch, so I was thinking when I travel I might pick him up one. He knows, don't worry. I know he's going to watch this video. He's going to be like, okay, cool. But they have like the men's Cape Cod. They also have this watch line called the Arceau. I like this one. I think that this one looks very fresh and whimsical. It kind of reminds me of the Pasha dial at Cartier. It has this really cool, whimsical kind of mood and vibe to it that I really, really like. So I thought I should let you guys know about that. If you're interested, I've actually collected a bunch bunch of like watches from the men's portion of the business that I think are really nice, that I think you guys should purchase. I've linked them below on my blog if you're just interested, you want to think like, you don't have time to go through every single listing on the website. Don't worry, I've done the work for you. Just go on my blog, it's linked below, and you can read the men's watches that you should buy for the profile. Let's be clear, you know, we all laugh about Bay, we laugh about it, and we crack jokes, we laugh all day, every day, but Big H's men's watches are really nice. And I have to say, they look really, really nice. And it's kind of like, because I actually was thinking about this from a business point of view, like who is Big H competing with in the watch business? It's really obvious that Big H is coming from Cartier, honey. Like, Big H is like, look, Cartier. Cartier is really the only like mainstream fashion brand that has a respected watch business. Like, people can talk all day about movements and AP and Rolex. Cartier have a vibrant, deep, rich history with watches on the men's side of the business and the women's side of the business. Like, go check what the Santos means, even in the watch community, even people who don't care about luxury brands, everyone knows about the Santos. Big H is coming for Cartier, honey. Big H wants to come for her place. She's coming and she's not playing with you. So go check out my blog, link below, and make sure you like this video. We have so much more that we need to talk about. I wanted to also just quickly talk about pets. If you follow me on my Facebook page, if you remember my Facebook group, you follow me on Instagram, you know that my husband and I just got a kitten. She's called Lovelace. She's actually from Edwin's like village, so she has a sentimental meaning for us. However, I do also have two dogs. I've got Cairo and Fox. Now, in Africa, animals are not seen the same way. Pets, we don't see them the same way as the way most of you do in the West. I know for a lot of you in different parts of the world, your pets live inside the home. My two dogs don't. My kitten does for now. And even later, I don't know if she's going to fully be living inside the home. We'll see. Now, Big H's pet products, in my opinion, are very expensive for what they are, but I think that they're very good for your profile, because I think they show that you're a lifestyle client. You know, while they're quite pricey for pets, bits and pieces, but I do think that they show that you're a lifestyle client, and I think that being able to show that you're a lifestyle client is really important to the brand. They want people who like this brand as a lifestyle, and nothing says lifestyle more than, you know, really cool, fun pets that you have in your property. I do think it's worth just quickly checking out the pets part, just maybe to fill out your profile. It's not going to be the center of your profile, but it might help a little bit just to make things look very lifestyle-like. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is furniture. So furniture is really an interesting part, basically. I think in a really competitive boutique and in a big flagship store, if you shop at a big flagship store, they will have furniture. I remember in one of my original dragging videos, there was a client who left a review on Google Reviews about how he walked into a Big H boutique and he sat down on a chair and got dragged, honey. Okay, he got dragged to the gods. Pegasus and Hermes are sitting up there like, you just got yourself dragged, okay? And he was dragged by the SA, like, you can't sit on our furniture, you can't sit on our furniture, get off the furniture. And the person was like, well, how do you know I'm not gonna buy it? And the SA is like, stop, okay? Come on, you know you're not gonna buy it. So I think with their furniture, it's really, really, really pricey. It's incredibly expensive. I think you do need to think, is it worth your time in order to purchase it? I have a physical office, and then obviously I have this like ladies lair where I film most of my videos. Would I get a chair for my physical office? I feel like getting it for my office is not a bad idea, but I do feel like their furniture looks really uncomfortable, and I don't business. I don't care what anyone says. IKEA is still that cheap. Restoration Hardware, she's still that cheap. I don't care what anyone says. I still like a lot of furniture that I see at IKEA. It's very comfortable. Is Big H's furniture comfortable? Yes or no? I mean, I think it's a personal thing. I think some of their furniture is looking a little bit more comfy. The sort of aesthetic of their furniture, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Another thing is, if you're like me, you're from a culture where furniture is like part of the culture, meaning there are lots of artisans in Tanzania who can, you give them wood, they'll make you a chair, they'll make you a beautiful piece of furniture for your property. Like, it's in our culture here. The same way we have lots of leather artisans, we have lots of wood artisans who can make beautiful trunks with sculptures and all of this, and they can make sofas and chairs. They can literally do anything and everything. So in my case, it's like, if I was to buy a piece of furniture, it would definitely be for bait, 100%. However, I do think that their furniture, some of it does look quite nice, but some of it is really nice. It is really, really expensive, but it goes without saying, like, if you shop at a large big H boutique, maybe a flagship, and they have furniture often, you're definitely going to score quick, like so fast, just because the price point of their products is just so high, and it's so expensive. But it's, of course, the furniture is handmade. It's worth noting that. I do think that a lot of people in the big H community, everyone kind of laughs about the furniture thing. Don't laugh about furniture, honey. If you can afford maybe to add some chairs to your office, or buy some bits from furniture for your property, it is not a bad idea at all to look there, particularly if you're shopping in a very competitive environment. I feel like there's a massive opportunity for furniture. So I just wanted to mention that. I know that some people feel like, okay, well, one of the critiques I was receiving about this bait series from a few people who would watch this is like, you're telling people to buy things that they don't like in order to score a bag. Like, to just tell people to go to the resale market and just get the bag that they want. First of all, let me explain to you why I'm not interested in resale. I'm not paying over retail for a bag and a Kelly or a Constance. I'm just not doing it. Okay, it's not gonna happen. And sorry about that. There's some builders finishing off some bits in our home here, but just finishing off some finishing touches. But I am not going to pay over a retail for a BKC. I don't care. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not. And one of the things that I decided when I started this channel was I was only going to really focus on retail. And the reason for that is I just believe that all of these luxury brands are the same. I don't think that Big H is better than Chanel, better than Louis Vuitton. I've already told you guys how I feel about that. I feel like furniture is a massive opportunity, and I really feel like all of us kind of need to start taking furniture seriously. I was thinking about furniture, in terms of my office, and obviously this is my ladies' lair / lounge. I kind of chill in here a lot, and I film my videos in here. Do you think it's a waste of money to buy their furniture? I think their furniture is pricey for what it is, but there's no shadow of a doubt that if you were to buy their furniture, you would absolutely get an offer lightning fast, super fast. Now, their furniture isn't available in every single big H boutique in the world. It tends to be in more of their flagships. So of course you'll see it in the 3 Parisian boutiques, and their flagship in every country or in every city. Maybe if there are a lot of big H boutiques in your country, I do think it's worth looking at their furniture. They have some of their furniture has the Cellier name in it, which to me I just find hysterical. I don't know why I find that so funny, but some of their furniture is really pricey. It's very minimalistic. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Now, in terms of furniture, I mean, Tanzania has a deep history of having a lot of wood artisans. We have a lot of wood artisans here who can hand make anything from wood with beautiful details and sculptures and all of this. So in our culture, wood furniture is a thing. It's been a thing even before it was trendy and cool. That's how things are done here. But I do think it's worth looking into their furniture, particularly chairs. I feel like a good way to kind of explore this category without spending everything in the kitchen sink in the budget is to explore the chairs. So I think they do have some decent looking chairs. So I just thought I would mention that as well, so to just check it out. Some of the furniture does look rock hard, does actually look like rocks. Looks like you'll be sitting on rocks. I'm the kind of person, I need to be comfortable. I don't care what anyone says. I love IKEA. I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care. I love IKEA. So for me, comfort is key. Some of their sofas are 100,000 euros. For 100,000 euros, I better be getting a Himalayan and a football Birkin, and I better be comfortable sitting on that sofa. You get me? Because some of it does look uncomfortable. However, some of them do look very nice, depending on your interest and your budget. I think if you want to do this in a clever way, or in a way that's a little bit more cost effective, I would get one maybe for your office. Maybe if you have a business, you have a physical office somewhere else, or get one for your home office. I do think that is cool, because then at least you really be using the chair a lot, and instead of how everyone has that crib sitting room. We have a crib sitting room, the sitting room that no one sits in. Having it in like a crib sitting room, I feel like you're not really getting like your value for money, as it were. So it's worth just kind of thinking about that as well. Okay, so something that I wanted to address with a lot of you were a lot of comments I was receiving from many of you, and these are fair critiques. One of the critiques about my series I was getting from a few of you was, you know, why are you encouraging people to go and buy things that they don't want in order to score bags? First of all, let's be very clear. You know, Big H has never promised that you have to buy stuff in order to score. We all know what time it is. That's why this series exists. We're not kids here. We're all adults. We all pay our own bills. But if you want to play the game and you want to get a boutique offer, you know what time it is. You know what you have to do. So this like bait series is meant to be a guide to help you do that. Some of you have been telling me like, oh, you know, you're telling people to go buy things. They should just go to resellers and call it a day. My kind of view on it keeps changing with time, but as more time goes on, as I learn more about the brand, and obviously I was there in January in Paris and I want to go again in summer, as I learn more about the brand, I've realized that for me, only being offered in store is the only way to go, just because I feel like the resale prices are actually not really making sense at the moment. You know, Birkin's going for $30,000 in the 25 centimeter. You know, if I, you know, you get me like, if you have $30,000 to buy, if you have $30,000 to buy a Birkin, you might as well take that money and go to Cartier or go to Rolex, you get me, and go get you something there as well. For me, in terms of getting that boutique experience as well. For some of you, that doesn't matter. But for me, that plays a role to know that I got it in the boutique. I feel like the reseller premiums for the Birkin, the Kelly, and the Constance are very overheated right now. Maybe for some of you who do want to buy resale, you will see the resale premiums go down. But the resale premiums to me at the moment are not sustainable. I actually think you might as well just go to the boutique and play the game and buy, you know, things that you like in the hot bait categories that, you know, that Big H likes, and then at least you do have some cool bits and pieces, and you have your bag that you bought at retail. Now that's my thinking. I know many of you don't want to do that, and that's fine, and everyone has like their right to do it, but I know many of you want to buy it in the boutique, so this series is for you guys. I know many of you don't want to buy it in the boutique, you just want to go resell. I completely respect you if you do go resell, because it is an exhausting game, and it does get really exhausting. You know, I was talking to my cousin about it. It is exhausting, and people are, you know, exhausted by it, and it is a process, and it does take time. I'm gonna give it another go this summer and this year, and then we'll see how things go, and hopefully I'll be successful. But I completely understand why many people decide to go resell, just because it's so stressful shopping at this brand, and this brand really does take it out of many people. You have to be tough as nails to shop at this house. So hopefully this video series has been helpful to many of you. I've got one more episode coming on Saturday, but I just wanted to kind of explain why bait makes sense. I think bait makes sense if you like luxury goods, because Big H does have some really pretty cool luxury bits and pieces in lots of different categories. So you could feasibly buy some interesting looking bait pieces that you might actually genuinely like. Like, I have to be honest, like I do like their homewares, and I'd love to add more of their homewares. I do like their homewares, do you know what I mean? Like, I like them, and maybe homewares isn't as important as it used to be, but there are still some really nice pieces that you can get. So I just thought it was worth mentioning that for those of you that are curious and serious. So for my final episode of Bait, I thought it would be cool to answer some of your questions. So make sure you leave some questions below, because I'll answer them on the video on Saturday. I also have a bonus video coming tomorrow, but we still have so much more that we need to get through, because now I'm going to share two very fascinating bait lists with you guys. So two people in the US have shared like what bait they purchased and what offers they got. So I thought it'd be very interesting to share those with you. You guys, you seem to really like them. I love sharing them with you. So without further ado, here we go. The first bait list is for a Birkin 30 in process. So let's go through it together. This is in the US in a very competitive boutique. An entire tableware set with multiples of each piece, sets of flatware, baby gifts, a rocking horse but the plush kind, multiple cashmere blankets, multiple cashmere pillows, a wool blanket, ready to wear for men's and women's wear, a couple of men's shoes, desk lamp, and a few beauty purchases, although this individual told me he doesn't think that they count. He was offered a Birkin 30 in Croc in Process, and he was also offered 2 exotic Constances. This is from a long-term relationship with an SA at a very competitive boutique in the US. So let's kind of deconstruct and debrief this bait list. First of all, you know, the whole thing about homewares, you really do need to be buying many of them. So you can see here he buys like an entire tableware set. That's fantastic. That's really what they want to see. They want you to buy the whole tableware set, not just bits and pieces. The plush rocking horse, that's such a clever thing to pick up. That's such a lovely gift as well. Maybe if you know someone who has a child, that's an absolutely adorable gift. Multiple cashmere blankets, that's also absolutely brilliant. And a wall blanket, so again, you know, lots of, you know, homewares. The men's men's shoes and men's ready-to-wear and women's ready-to-wear. Again, ready-to-wear, always, you know, putting numbers up there. Ready-to-wear demanding the respect that it really wants you to give it. A desk lamp. There are just so many things here from homewares and ready-to-wear that really have got me thinking like about the power of homewares as well. And yeah, you know, we've said it before, homewares maybe wasn't, like a few years ago I feel like you could buy a few bits, but I think you can see from this list you really do need to be buying a lot of homewares, like the tablewares, the flatware, the cashmere blankets, the pillows, and lots of bits and pieces. You do need to buy that. And all of this bait brought in a Birkin 30 in Croc, the Process Croc, and also he also got 2 exotic Constances off the strength of this bait list. So what do you think about this bait that was purchased to get the Process Croc? You know, we've talked about it before on the channel. I do think that exotics in the smaller sizes and the more desirable sizes are still like quite difficult to get, and you do need to do some spend, because you know, a Process Croc in 30 centimeter, that is the size that people will like for a Croc bag. Whether it's like the Birkin 25 or the Birkin 30, people really do like those, you know, more, you know, even though the 30 is not a 25 centimeter, it's still quite compact. It's not really that big. I don't know why people think the 30 centimeter is big. It's not. And people do really love those sizes. So it's really exciting to see like the kind of bait that is required to get an exotic offer. So thank you so much to my subscriber for sharing that with me. I really was like, whoa, like, you know, you really do need to get quite a bit in a competitive boutique to get a Birkin 30 in Process. Okay, the next one is a bunch of different bait that was purchased. This subscriber got a Constance, also got a Birkin as well, and also got a Picotin. So let me just share all of the bait that was purchased. And this is across a variety of years, so from 2019 until 2021, whereas the previous bait list was, I believe it was just, it was 1 year, it was throughout 1 year. So in 2019, this subscriber gets a CDC lizard bracelet. Between 2020 and 2021, like from October 2020 until the beginning of 2021, she buys a hair bag, a bustier, a silk scarf, a belt, small CDC, sandals, and the Shandong earrings. And then she is offered a Constance, and then that is the bait that is required in order to get her the Constance. And then after that, she gets a Birkin off the strength of the following purchases. She buys orans, she buys perfume, she buys sandals, she buys nail varnish, highlighter, the Picotin, the all black Rodeo, and the Kelly to go, and then she's offered a Birkin. So you can see that with this list, while there isn't like that much that was purchased, I think it's just about 1-to-1. It might be a little bit under 1-to-1, but it's pretty much 1-to-1. She's still buying a variety of products, which really allows them to give the offer. So for example, she's really showing loyalty by buying the non-quota bags. The non-quota bags like the Picotin, the Kelly to go, which is basically a walk right now, and the Her bag. You know, the Her bag is a bag that Big H really likes to see clients picking to buy, because it's what's seen as like a loyalty purchase. Like it's a way to show your loyalty. Many people, you know, like if they're offered the bag, they might be like, oh, I don't know, you know, I want a Kelly. So the fact that you can like buy her bag, that really does show loyalty. She also gets the Shendankara earrings. I think that helped her a lot to get the Constance offer. And I also think to get the Birkin offer, the fact that she bought shoes, she got an all black Rodeo, and she also bought a Picota and the Kelly to go. Showing that loyalty for the non-quotes bags, I think is also really important. I would love to know what you think about these two bait lists from the US. What are your thoughts? Have you guys been enjoying these bait lists, like understanding what people are buying in order to get offers? I would love to know what you think about them, if you have been enjoying them. I have been loving reading them, and God bless everyone who has reached out to me privately to share their lists and to say what they're purchasing. There's a lot of gatekeeping in the Big H community, and that is one reason why I have this channel, because I've been interested in this brand, and I had to kind of learn on my own. And after like traveling to Paris in January and kind of realizing that the things that people were saying about the lottery and luck was just a load of, well, I like to keep things nice and clean on my channel. And I realized that there was an entire Parisian game. I wish I had known that there was a Parisian game before I went. I would have been more prepared, but now I feel like I've learned so much about the brand. So that's why I wanted to share these lists, because I think it really helps us to kind of like share, and we're doing it in a way that's respectful, because don't forget, we always keep it respectful with the horse. I'm very respectful with Big H. I don't want to annoy them or get in trouble, okay? So, at the end of the day, we all know and understand that it's not a guarantee. You could buy a bunch of baits and not get an offer. And there are some unicorn stories from time to time, not in 2022 to be fair. You still need to buy bait. Everyone is buying bait. I will leave you with a parable from Instagram. Well, this is like a digital parable. So today I was looking at mini Kellys on Instagram in croc, because I feel like I would happily take a mini Kelly in croc or a Kelly Pichet in croc. And I stumbled across this profile of this beautiful croc mini Kelly, and I was like, wow, it's so beautiful. And I was looking at the user's profile just to see like what other bags she posted. Now, God bless her, in almost every picture with her bags, she has all of her iced out Big H fine jewelry diamonds on her wrist, honey, okay? And I love that, because she's showing her bait. So literally she had like 3 bracelets, okay? And this, by the way, this is like a costume jewelry bracelet my mom got me for my wedding day. She gave it to me on my wedding day, so I love it to bits. But she had like 3 diamond H iced out bracelets, honey. They were completely iced out, thugged out, and then she's holding her mini Kelly. If that doesn't like symbolize everything about what shopping at Big H is about, I don't know what does. So that is the parable, honey. If you see someone posting their mini Kelly, look at their wrist. Their wrist will tell you the story. God bless this person for posting her bait on her wrist. She had 3 beautiful diamond Hermes bracelets, absolutely stunning, but they were completely iced out. Don't believe anyone telling you that they're walking in, getting in a mini Kelly in croc without buying bait. It is not going to happen. I really hope that you guys have liked this video. Don't forget, you can go check out my blog below, and you can also join the group. Make sure you join the group, it's so much fun. If you don't want to join the group, make a account anyway and join it, and stop being stubborn, okay? Just go join it. But I'm also very active on Instagram. I posted a TikTok today, okay? So go check out my TikTok as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in my next video.